out here in Site 7 at a place that I call the Isolation. It's just very isolated, which is really nice sometimes. I think because the only testimony that I want, and I don't come out just to collect, I come out, number one, to pray. I think the only testimony that I really sincerely want when it's all said and done is that I was a man that walked with God. People can take that any way they want, but there is a way we can practice the presence of God, and I believe that. On Memorial Day here, if you've had any loved ones, and I see a piece right here, I found some pieces, I want to show you some artifacts. If you've had any loved ones who've given their life for the service of this nation, that's what I saw in the dirt. Then this Memorial Day weekend, although I didn't know them, I remember the efforts that they made for my freedom and the freedom of my sons. And I'm humbled. People should be humbled to have the freedom, whether it's to walk around out here and to pray, because we have freedom of religion. Whether it's to share my mind on YouTube, we have freedom of speech. A lot of it's under fire and under war, and people don't want that. But we have it, and we have it because of the blood that's shed by our relatives and our friends, given their life, because there's plenty of evil in the world that doesn't want us to be free. I want you to see something that I found just the other day, and that's all I'm going to say about that right now. We'll check that piece out in a second. I found this just the other day, and I was just so hot, and sometimes you can't film it. But check out this stuff. Here's a piece of coral. Look at that. Can you even believe it? I would have to believe that, because I've never found any more out here, not one speck, nothing. I would have to believe that on an Indian site, that piece of coral, they liked it, had it for whatever reason, and it was brought in, carried in, traded in. Look at these pieces. Just great North American Indian, archaic period, some early archaic period. Look at this base. And look at this. Who's out at W Properties? This is crazy, isn't it? Found that. God is good, and He's faithful. For those of you who are in need, He's faithful. Suffering, He's going to help you through that suffering and take care of it for our loved ones. Now, you guys will recognize this. A tool. For those of you who just clicked in, maybe see this video on Indian Trace for the first time, this tool is what is important for making what you see here on the backdrop. All these stones, indicative right here, flat. Great working edges, look at that. Not even cleaned yet, unbelievable. I just did pick that up here. And I still have to check that piece out right over there. Looks like a smoker. Look at what I found though, some unbelievable stuff. Just getting out here quick at daybreak. Of course, Guilford Yuma, another Guilford Yuma right below it. Yadkin, Morrow Mountains, look at this base. This is rhyolite. Nice stuff. I don't do cleanup, so I just try to show what I found out here in totality. Little break off the tip. Look at this. Missing its tip. Work that quartz. It's reduced right there. And as far as I know from those who work it, and I know Rob works quartz real well, naps it, it's fickle. It's a fickle material. Nice atlatl dart tips here. The Guilford Yuma. So, I guess you could say this is wealthy hunting, which humbles me as well. This Memorial Day weekend. Now let's check this piece out. Could be broken, and I'll still probably post the video anyhow. I had to get some of these artifacts shown. I didn't know it was a notch point. Sure is a notch point. These artifacts being discovered and looked at for the first time, and I always like to say 3, 4, 5,000 years. Staggering, right? It's a nice point. So on this weekend, I remember everybody who's given their lives for the service of this nation and for the freedom of our families. I hope everybody out there who likes to find artifacts does find. I appreciate everybody coming by and checking out Indian Trace. Be well out there.